Jen. Thank you so much for visiting my channel today. Today I'm coming on with some projects for Scrap Diva Designs, and I made these with some of the dies from the July release. So I will link all the products down below on scrapdivadesigns.com. Don't forget to use my referral link if you wouldn't mind when you place an order. That gives me a commission of the sale, so I really appreciate that. And that will be in the description box. And don't forget to use my coupon code at checkout, and that strawberry cream, that'll save you 10%. So let's get started with the dies. And the first project, I have 3 or 4 projects to share with you. So the first one uses these dies, and these are the gift pouch medium and the gift pouch large. I already did a project with the small one, and that was in a previous video, but for this video I used these two to make a medium and large box. Oh, let me get out my ruler so we don't forget to measure those. Okay, oops, 2 rulers, don't need 2. All right, so let me show you actually I got to show you something else first. Okay, so I used this too. This is new from Scrap Diva Designs. This is the retro word set, and it's got all these retro words: peace, retro, groovy. No, groovy's down there. Okay, good vibes only, flower power, disco, hippie soul, groovy, love, and let's roll. And they have the like retro font and a stitched outlines shadow, so very fun. Peace and love have peace signs for the O's and the for the O and the A. So I used those on these as well, and I made them kind of like, you know, retro vibe. So here is the medium one. So cute, right? This paper is, I think it's Flower Child by Jen Hadfield. And I use Groovy for this one, obviously. And I used this like gold holographic paper from scrapbook.com. It was a pad of like metallics. And I thought it'd be perfect for this project. I used that for the border too. See, it comes with this die here to cut like kind of a reinforcement for the handle. It's so quick to put together. You just cut this out twice. I cut off one of the glue tabs and then use the other one to glue the pieces together at the bottom. Then you just fold the sides in. You can glue them or, you know, keep them open. The way that it's constructed, this will kind of keep it closed the way it is, but I did glue mine down. I have it open at the top. And if you use double-sided paper, it looks really nice on the inside. So it comes together really quick. You could use these for favors and things like that. You know, you can make a bunch of them and it wouldn't take you that long. Love the stitching detail on the little gift tote, what's it called? Gift pouch. And then also on the word too. And this is a piece of ephemera from Hobby Lobby. It was like a kind of like a groovy set that goes perfectly with this. And this is also from Hobby Lobby. So it's just a cute little set or a cute little pouch, and you know, it'll fit a gift card in here definitely. This one is, let's see, it's about 4 inches top to bottom. And then at the widest part, it is a little bit over 3, about 3 1/8. And then depth-wise, at the widest part, it is, let's see, that's about, close to 1 inch, not quite 1 inch. So cute little size. You can go like this and, you know, open it up even more if you want to. Like I said, you can leave like one of these open so you could get things out that way. It's up to you. And the word groovy, let's measure that with the shadow, is about 2 1/2 inches side to side. And then top to bottom, it is, let's say, about 1 1/4, you know, including the tails of the letters. So super cute. And then the large one is the same way to put it together. It's just obviously larger. And I use the word love for that. I use some pink glossy paper from scrapbook.com for the letters. And then that same gold paper that I used on this one for the peace sign and for the reinforcements. This paper is the gradient one from Lawn Fawn. I thought it would look nice, kind of tie-dye-y, so that's why I picked that, and I think it does look really pretty. I don't really have any tie-dye paper that I know of, or that I could find anyway, but that's what the inside of that looks like. Not double-sided, but you know, that's okay. And these are stickers from Hobby Lobby. So it worked out good that I had those from previous like retro projects. And of course you don't have to make these retro. I just did because of the words for this month. And yeah, I think they look really cute together. The large one is, this one is a really nice size. It is, let's see, it's about 4 3/4 by, let's see, 3 3/4. And then it is a little bit over 1 inch deep. So this one you can fit multiple gift cards or goodies, you know, candies, ephemera, whatever you're sending. You can tie it at the top or have some kind of closure to keep everything in if you want to do that. So I thought those came out super cute. So that's my first project to share with you. Okay, the next one is this one, and this is called the Maze memorydex card. And I didn't make mine into a memorydex, I made it just into a regular card. It's got this maze, this rectangle here, a stitched rectangle. Sorry, just trying to get that out. So I use that for the base under the maze, and it's always nice to have shapes like this in your stash. There's a memorydex, you can use that for this project or others. And then it comes with the sentiment, "You're amazing." So it goes perfectly with the maze, and it's script and it's got shadows as well. Just to let you know, I tried to make this 3D because I was thinking it'd be cute to put like, I don't know, like some kind of like little, you know, seed bead or something that could roll through the maze in here when you shake it, but it just did not work. When I was cutting out my Dollar Tree foam board, I think these are just too intricate, these cuts. I don't know, maybe somebody else could try it with something else. The foam board did not work. I tried it multiple times. I tried running it through multiple times. Foam, regular foam might work, but then I didn't want to try that because that kind of, you know, that kind of shifts and skews and bends, and I did not want to deal with that with all these little pieces. So you could always cut it up multiple times out of cardstock and glue them together, but I think that would be a headache too with all these little pieces. So just to let you know, that's what I was thinking, and it didn't work, but I did make a really cute card, I think. So this is how it came out, and I made it really nice and flat so it would be able to go in the mail. And I used colors that would be good for a boy or a girl. So I thought it would be a nice birthday card. I used some more like metallic paper from scrapbook.com from that same paper pad. Let me get that to show you what that is. Hold on. So this is the paper pad. It's called the holographic mirror paper. So it's got like mirror cardstock, and then towards the back it's all either silver or gold, and it looks really nice when you use it as accents for projects like this. So that's what I used, and I used that for the maze, for the background of the card. Sorry if there's a crazy glare, but that's just can't really help it with this card. And then I just did some like this paper here with the little stars on it is that same pad from Lawn Fawn that I showed you in the previous project. The same thing with the background. I thought stars would be good, kind of looks video gamey, I don't know. Then I used some enamel dots on the corners just to add a little more interest. That same die I always use for my cards I put in the background. And yeah, I think it looks very, very cute. The maze itself, let's measure that with the backing is, let's see, it's about a little bit over 4, not quite 4 1/8. And then the width is about 2 7/8. And then You're Amazing, of course, you could use in other applications. That is about 1 3/4, no, 1 7/8. And it'll probably be about 1 inch, not even 1 inch for the word your. And then on the inside I used, this came from an older die set from Erica, this one, which is Easter Words 2. And I wanted just something that said like happy birthday or celebrate, or, you know, something to celebrate. So that's where that came from. And I figured it'll be good for, like I said, birthday. You could also use it for, I don't know, graduation, or, you know, anything you want to celebrate. So that's why I made that one. And this card that I made, this is an A2 size card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, in case you're wondering. So it fits really nicely on that. So that's my next project. Okay, and for my last 2 projects, I used this new die set, and this one is called I think it's a Lemon Slice Mini Album. Yes, Lemon Slice Mini Album. And it comes with all of these pieces. The Lemon Slice has the base piece, and then this piece here cuts out a piece a little bit smaller, and it cuts out the seeds. And I saw on the product page somebody made it into like a watermelon slice. I thought that was a really good idea, and it really looked like one. Here is the piece that goes on top of that, or you can use it without this. This has just like the membranes, I guess, and you could use that to make it into a shaker, which I did for two times. And then it comes with all these pretty butterflies. the butterflies, like just the regular one, and then 2 that are going side to side, which is really cute. And then this could be if you want to use it as a spine for your mini album. And I think Alicia from Love Letter Generation has a video about that, about how to do that if you're interested. I did make a little mini album, but I didn't use this piece. It was just not the way I wanted to make it. So it's, you know, you can make it in different ways, of course. And that spine does come with a layering piece that's stitched as well. So I used that. And then this I used too. This is the Summer Words 1 2025. And I used the words hello and sunshine. It also comes with flip-flops, adventure awaits, sunshine, I said that, summer, sun-kissed, memories, and hello. So again, all of these will be linked down below. So let me show you my projects. I just want to move these over, get them out of the way a little bit. Okay, so the first one I made was a card, obviously. So this is how it came out, and I love the blues and yellows. The paper I used in the background comes from that new paper pad I just got from Hobby Lobby. I hauled last week, last week. It's called like something Fred Chateau something, I think. So it has a lot of yellows and blues in it. So that was my inspiration for the color palette of this card. It's kind of hard to see because of all the stuff on top of it, but that's what I used. And then I did cut out the like membrane piece with Dollar Tree foam board to make it into a shaker. Used some clear acetate as well, and then some yellow gingham paper that I cut out and downloaded from Etsy. There's Hello Sunshine that I just showed you. And I did cut the words out twice out of yellow foam from Joann's or Hobby Lobby, and then some blue paper that I used for the card base as well, just to give it, you know, just a little more depth. That I just kind of offset them a little bit. And then the shadow pieces have stitching on them as well, and I use the same paper. I think it's the same paper as the background. And then I used 2 of those like side-facing butterflies, and I didn't glue on like this part of the wings. I just glued them on right here, so it looked like, you know, they were kind of dimensional. And I used my gold paint pen to paint the bodies of the butterflies. And I filled up the little compartments with these big lemon slices, some like, I think they're supposed to be blueberries, but they're blue. And then a sequins mix that has little like lime slices, and they're yellow and green and clear sequins. And then I have these little tiny balls too. There's white and yellow, so I filled my compartments with that as well. And then I thought this part here was missing something, so I just glued on some of the smaller clay lemon slices, and I think that just kind of finishes it off nicely. So, and then to make it into a card, I took the base piece, I folded a blue piece of paper in half, and before I die cut it, I put this, oh, sorry about my tripod, I put this right over the fold so this part would not cut the fold, and that way, you know, it would cut this part and you'd still be able to open it like that. It was really easy to make this one into a card. So it opens like that, and on the inside I used that like seed piece. And yeah, so let's measure this. As a card, it measures about 6.5 inches by, let's see, not quite, about 3 3/8. Yeah, let's go with that. And then hello is 1 3/4 by about 1. So, you know, all the words are, you know, kind of in that scale. So really, really cute, I thought, and just a fun way to send a card, you know, just something different, and it could be for any occasion too. And then I did make a little mini album, like I said, and this is how that one came out. And I just love the papers that I use for this. Let me show you the paper pad. It was from Park Lane. It's called, whoops, pieces are falling out. It's called Fresh Air. And I got this, I don't know, last year, the year before, 2022. Okay, so a few years ago. But this was from Joann's, obviously, and it's got a lot of lemon prints. It's yellow. That's a paper I love, with the gold. And it's got like teal and just really, really pretty lemon and florals. So I used that for the inspiration for this little album. And the way I did a binding, I just punched holes with my crocodile and added eyelets, and then I had this yellow binder ring from Craftelier. So I used that to put it together. And I think it looks really pretty and elegant with the gold. And it's, you know, there's like nothing else on the front. It's just, I just think it's kind of elegant. I use different shaker mixes in here. I use some pale yellows, some gold, some aquas, and I think it's just very pretty. And then I made this little, I love to put ribbons on my mini albums because that way it just adds some texture to your mini album. And then also whoever gets this can either just leave it there or they can untie it and use these ribbons because they all coordinate nicely. And then I did make this little, well, I kind of made it, this little charm dangle. I had this charm, but the leaves were very green, not like a teal green. So I just went in with my acrylic paint markers and did those like a kind of like a jade color. Kind of messed up there a little bit, but oh well. And then I used a gold paint pen too and just kind of like did some detailing so it would match a little bit better. So that's what the cover looks like. And then on this page, I didn't really do too much in here yet. I might do some more, but I just wanted to show you what I had done so far. I put some cut aparts from that paper pad on the on the left side of the page or the back side of the page. And I used like a rectangular die I had in my stash to make it fit on this side. And then on the main page where photos go or something, like I said, I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with this, but I just used that like seed layering piece. And they're all pieces of, or all patterns from the collection. There's Squeeze the Day, that's a cut apart as well. That's another page. And then Do All Things with Love on that side. And then just another page there. And on the back, I use that paper that I love that I put on the front. So it's just, you know, a quick little mini album. I thought it'd be nice to have on hand if I want to send out like, you know, bows or something that I've made. You know, you could put on here with little removable glue dots and just send them out. It's a nice way to present something that you've made for somebody. Or you could just put photos in there too. So that's an option as well. So that'll be the same measurements that I gave you before for the card. And yeah, those are all of my projects for today. So again, I will link everything down below. My referral link is there, my coupon code. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll stick around. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I am so glad you're here. I'm so glad everybody's here. So if you have any questions, let me know. And I'll be back soon with more crafty videos and definitely more videos for Erica. So thanks for watching and I'll talk to you later. Bye guys.